Hi and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. My name is Charlie and welcome to the Virtual Spring Showcase. We sent out a request for people to send us things they were excited about. What is it about 2021 that we've got to look forward to? And the results have been astonishing. With the amount of stuff that came in, I thought it would be a great opportunity to just do a quick roundup, what it is that we've received and what sort of things you can also look forward to in 2021. We'll add a little bit of context, a little bit of personal opinion, and hopefully you'll find your new favourite game to look forward to. Now, we may not watch all of the trailers with you just because some of them are a little bit long and you only need a little bit to get the idea, but we will list them all below and we'll pop them into a playlist too so that you can keep an eye out. So, let's get started. Let's have a look at the first one that we have.
Our species evolved on this planet millions of years ago. We barely survived centuries of conflict between our nations, but eventually, we became unified under one global government.
Okay, so this is Stellaris, which is an incredible looking game from Academy Games. So Stellaris is a PC game that is incredibly popular. Now I've never played, but I'm told that the board game follows the same sort of format. All of the excitement of space sort of combined into one board game. You'll play your games in 2-hour narrative story tales, and it's a 4X style game. I mean, players control species, governments, environments, everything you could possibly need. It feels like a huge game to be able to play just on your tabletop. And it's on Kickstarter now until the 5th of April. It's for 2 to 4 players, although the expansions do increase that if you choose to get those too. So to give you some context, this is an expansion of Pauper's Ladder, which is one of Chris's, our editor's, top 5 weird games. There's a video on that, you can go watch that. This promises to bring out sort of more birds, more fabulousness, and you're basically, what's the best way to describe it? So the ruler has died and only the most virtuous can take their place. And it's up to you to complete challenges to prove that you are that person, and you just sort of explore as you go along. It's maybe a little bit low on the details. Make sure you watch, because we won't watch all of this here, but make sure you go and check it out if it's something that you're interested in, or worth checking out the base game. It's a great one. Sweet, it's on Kickstarter this summer as well. I didn't realise that. That's nice and exciting for you. Prepare your wallets for a year of Kickstarters ahead.
Hello, I'm Big Potato Ben, and I'm here to give you an exclusive look at a brand new game coming up this summer. Okay, so what do Sushi Go, Trivia, and Social Deduction games all have in common?
I want to say food, that's not right.
Snakes! We've collaborated with the creator of Sushi Go to make a social deduction trivia game. 1 million points if you guessed that right. To explain how it works, I thought we'd play a quick round with some of my friends.
Okay, so I've taken a look through this and I am so excited. Honestly, go and watch the full thing. The basic logic is people are allocated positions, so someone will be a snake, someone will be a mongoose, then other people will be people. The mongoose always tells the truth when it comes up to what they think the answer is on the trivia card. The snake will try and convince you to get the wrong answer, and everybody else in between is just giving their own answer, but you don't know which one is the snake as to who's lying to you or who thinks it's incorrect. Up to you to try and get the right answer, but for every wrong answer, the snake gets the points, and then it changes each round. This looks fabulous. I'm so excited about this. This is one that I look at and I'm like, this is going to be perfect for when me and my friends can get back together and we just need something to sort of laugh with and just have a couple of arguments, but like gaming arguments, the kind where you're, no, this piece is correct, no, this trivia is correct, and then find out that it's all a lie in the first place. I think that's a fabulous type of gaming and I think that's really exciting. Plus, Ben does a great job of explaining this, so I would honestly go have a look, see what you think, and then let them know how excited you are for it, because I am too. Just for context, as I sit here talking to you about this, I'm sat in my kitchen because we're working from home, and I can see the Big Potato plush that I have, which I have standing guard on my front window, so that whenever the postman comes up, he's confronted with a big potato. Story of my life. With Black Void Games. This is exciting. Very dramatic music as well, I'm all about this. So I always think of is it Under Nebula Skies RPG that was in October? And this very much looks to be the miniatures from the Black Void world. This is very cool. That's really great. So now you can get high quality miniatures from the Black Void sort of world and creation that they've made. I'm really tactile. I think this is a great idea so that when you've got them you can sort of see them in front of you. I'll pause for a second in admission that I like the tactile things. No, I don't have enough dice, and yes, I will be buying more. But this is great. So 20 new miniatures from the Black Void RPG, just bring the story to life a little bit more. That's cool. Just for context, that's coming in autumn 2021, so another thing to look forward to later this year. This is the Corvus Belli announcement. This is exciting. So, if you're new to this, it's like tabletop wargaming, but with sci-fi miniatures. Like, how can we smush two genres together and get something cool? And it's what Corvus Belli do. So, this is their new faction. So, I mean, basically, more miniatures, more fun, more stuff coming into your table, but you're looking at the Infinity experience, the Infinity Death Watch. Honestly, it looks great. There's a very dramatic trailer that's playing at the moment. Infinity Deathmatch Tag Raid. Cool. Oh, we're looking at autumn 2021 again. It's going to be a good autumn for miniatures. Ooh. This is very dramatic. I love this trailer. And what do we have? August 2021. Oh, it's going to be a great year. Okay, so for those of you who aren't massively familiar with Descent, I've never played the game, but at Gen Con, they sort of, what did they do? So at the end of a stream, they just sort of had it there to be like, oh hey, Descent is coming, and the internet went wild. This is huge news for fans, and that usually means that the rest of us who haven't played before are going to be suckered in such a way that we become them. So I'm super duper excited about this. So it's worth noting, it is a new game. It is not a sort of remaster or whatever. It is a new version in the world, and it's an app-driven game, fully cooperative, narrative-driven, character-driven game, but it's about a 50-hour campaign. Oh, you're going to get your money's worth with this one. But what's especially exciting about this, because we've seen the trailer, what's especially exciting, now we know it's in autumn! Woo! Now, if I remember rightly, there is another one from Fantasy Flight Games. Yes! So this is X-Men Marvel Mutant Insurrection, and I kept saying that the wrong way around every time I tried to say it for another video, which has been released by now, I believe, and this is one we've actually featured in the magazine. It was on the cover of 52, I think, and you can read the review that we did of it there. But it's like, it's been described as a love letter to fandom, X-Men. Hugh Jackman's not in it, alright? I'm a bit sad about it, but it's fine. However, this is for the people that have been fans of the comics for years as well, because there's characters in there that aren't your immediate, oh, it's definitely these group of people. And there's some nice references in there too, some great artwork, and you have like a little jet thing too. Yes, I'm easily amused. It's fine, move on. And now for something completely different. I've basically always wanted to say that and it be in context. This is Flat Pack Forces. This is their Mage Tile preview. So basically, when you're trying to build up your dungeon from the ground, I say from the ground, from the table, let's be honest, this is trying to give you the easiest way to do so with these sort of modular tiles that you can put together. So as you can see, ranges of textures, ranges of stuff. I know them from sort of flat miniatures, and I did not realise they were magnetic. That's very cool. And I just love that this is something that's going to be perfect for really creating that experience when we can all get back together again. So just imagine being sat around the table with a really quick and easy dungeon just pop up on your table. Yeah. Took me 30 seconds, mate. Actually, no, I'd totally be the person that was like, this took me hours, guys. Hours. And then be really smug and be like, yeah, they're from Flatpack Forces. Woo. And in good news, it comes to Kickstarter super soon, so you've not got long to wait for that one at all. March 23rd, so this will be on Kickstarter by the time that you see this. Oh, look at them. They are beautiful. Sorry, the silence is where I'm like, hypnotised. Oh, no, look. Sorry, we have to go back on that one. How cool is that? How cool is that? It's like a Grim Reaper, but not. Look at the tension. Oh, very nice. Okay, so I should probably give some context to this because that is my job. So these are interactive miniatures, and by that sort of means, because I look at it and I'm like, what does that mean in terms of actually playing? So these fit into a stand, but you can then add things to them. So if we keep going, hopefully you'll see the little marks around the bottom that you can put things in, and then you can add those shields onto them. And you can add also things like hit points or sort of whatever you need to. So you'll see the numbers are on there as well, which I think is quite a nice way to bring it just off the paper. So I'll have my character sheet, here's what's happening, and then move on to what is on tabletop with it physically being there. Oh, you've got mage armour on, have you? No. Now, stick a shield on. Perfect. Very exciting stuff, that. I'm quite looking forward to that. Okay, this is the weirdest title I think I've ever seen in my inbox, which is Guns, Grizzlies and Naked Grandmas. And then you see that artwork and it's just like, oh, there's a T-Rex in the background. Of course there is.
Guns, Grizzlies and Naked Grandmas is an upcoming card game where the main suspects of a horrific crime frantically try and save themselves from ending up behind bars through one of two ways. You can choose to make up such a convincing murder story that the police will have no choice but to believe that this is in fact how the murder went down. To achieve this, you must gather all 4 story cards displayed on your so-called master plan, a mission drawn in the beginning of the game. If you succeed in crafting this perfect murder story, you will single-handedly have won the game. On the flip side, you can also choose to simply frame one or even more of your poor friends.
So I'm not going to give you tons of information on this one because this video literally is a how to play and it's 2.5 minutes long, so you'll need to check it out for yourself. However, this is a really great sort of first game, which is, so what happens if you have a choice of solving the murder or framing someone else, but you also need not to be framed, but everything is just a little bit bonkers in the best way, hence the... I mean, there's so many questions. It's a 90 card game that's coming to Kickstarter this summer, but why is Grandma naked? We're going to have to find out, aren't we? One thing I will give kudos to is the artwork in this. It's super quirky and super bright, and I'm quite excited to see what that means when it actually comes out and you can see it properly. Aha! This is All or Nothing's new one. So it's on Kickstarter right now, so if you are interested, make sure you go check it out. So All or Nothing is, you'll know them from things like Veilwraith, Veilwraith, Shadows of Kilforth, from the 1066 Tears to Many Mothers. We gave these are ones that we range from like yes to must play. These are great games. This is their new game, so Scum of the Earth, Battle of Waterloo, and the trailer is just really beautifully cinematic. So this is definitely one to watch. So head over to Kickstarter, take a look, and then maybe be surprised by how great one game can be. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how great this art is? Which is a common theme for a lot of this actually. The artwork across the things that we've been sent and that people have been creating is just phenomenal. And I appreciate when we're commenting on games that haven't come out yet or that we haven't seen, it's very difficult to say anything other than it looks pretty or it doesn't, or it sounds like it'll work or it doesn't. But it's really nice and reassuring to see such a range of styles in board game design and then to be able to enjoy them based on the theme that they're with. So this one being Battle of Waterloo, it's stylistically done in that way, but really beautifully. And then you have things like this cinematic style trailer, which draws me in. Yeah. Okay, so this is Hexplore. This is cool. So we have actually 2 videos from these guys. We've got the sort of trailer for the game itself, and then we've also got a hero sneak peek, so make sure you check those out as well. Now, these are great. You build up your heroes, you power them up, you're trying to stop a terrifying Sanguimancer from ascending. This is a really nice trailer in sort of A, drawing you in, and B, telling a story as well. It's fully narrative, which I'm just thinking if they can do this in a trailer, the game should be epic. Now there are a lot of people very, very excited about this. There's a lot you can do with it. It's a cooperative game, it's a modular board, there's dice rolling, there's press your luck. Contempt to darkness, that's nice and dramatic, isn't it? And you basically, so you have your hero, you can have different powers, there are so many different combinations, so each of your games can be different, and basically you're working together to like gather clues and complete investigations so that you get stronger, so that you can then take on Murder Noctis, but who is also getting stronger by collecting blood from the local population. Lovely and spooky, really, really interesting. I like this style and genre, and I'm interested to see how it will translate into the board game as well.
Year 2200. Planet Earth has suffered the mech wars. After the war came despair. The face of the Earth was razed to the ground and has become a highly dangerous environment. Some cities survived by building large walls for protection, underground labyrinths, and gates to prevent raids. Now, only mech owners can make their way through the wasteland.
This is great. So this is the Last Mechs, which is like a post-apocalyptic world, and you drive your mech into those narratives. It reminds me of a couple of video games I played actually. This looks really fun. We've also, by the way, got a video for the Path of Adventurers, which are from these guys as well, which is equally cool. But look at those miniatures. How epic do they look? Okay, we'll pause there, but make sure you go check that out. It's a dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. Oh, perfect, and it's coming to Kickstarter this year. This is slightly different to the last one.
In a kingdom far away, there lived a king. The king was wise and beloved by all. He also loved his food and spent most of his time enjoying all the lovely
Same.
that were produced in his
That's what my table looks like in lockdown. Just give me all the food. All of the food.
one thing.
Okay, so this is super cute. This is from Laughing Hyena Games, and this is the King's Trial. And basically, he wants to be able to get his food back. So you need to try and bargain with the dragon to leave the kingdom, because it's a kid's game. So obviously, you're not going to kill the dragon. That would be totally unfair and uncool and uncalled for. So Laughing Hyena's tagline is fun for family and friends. This is sort of cute enough that I feel really comfortable sharing this with my family. And it's quite like, it's toony artwork, so it's cute. You create your own with the tiles, you pick your adventurer, and then you're off meeting critters and uncovering ways to bribe that dragon. I just think it's a really cute concept, it's a really nice idea, and very different from the styles that we've been looking at just videos ago, which is super cute.
The globe is racked by the Second World War, and in the shadows, a secret war is being waged. Unspeakable evil beings work to bring about their eon-old plans, whilst humanity is ground beneath them, like dust.
The secret war is being fought on 2 fronts. On one side, the sorcerer's Black Sun, who favor horrific spells and terrifying monsters. And on the other, their fierce rivals Nachtwölfe, the Night Wolves, who use ancient Atlantean technology and biological enhancements to empower the Third Reich.
Okay, so this is Achtung Cthulhu, which is like a blend of fighting Nazis and the occult happenings that you see in Cthulhu. So it's a nice, if surprising, mixture that I think actually works really well. It's got sort of Wolfenstein vibes about it, but with the occult, and it's fabulous. So obviously it uses that 2d20 system, and that's what Modiphius think we need to be excited about this year. And I'll be honest, I'll agree. That's not all. That's not all that Modiphius have said we should be excited about this year. And again, I'm inclined to believe they're right. Take a look at this. It's the Fallout game. This is nuts. this has so much scope. I'm so excited for this to be a thing. So I've played the video games before. It's basically like a post-apocalyptic world. Everything's gone wrong, and then you need to survive in a very different world to what you thought you left. Well, it's an RPG game as a video game. It works well for us as an RPG game for a tabletop game. So there's no word on specifically when that's coming out, but definitely one to look out for, and I think will be great fun. Okay, and on to our last one. That went quickly. So this is Chain Scares from Super Games, Super with an AR. This is a sort of like, what's the best way to explain this? So the secrets of the underworld are being plundered by money-hungry mercenaries, occultists and capitalists desperate to corner the scare market. This is no Monsters Inc., which was, I'll admit, my first thought. But it's a wonderful player cooperative game, and there's like tower defense and maze building and scary monsters-ish. You set traps, you build mazes, you use your resources to create scare chains against the bosses, and try and move sort of further and further in. So it looks great, and if that wasn't enough, there is also a playthrough of this available on our channel too. So make sure you check that out, and let these guys know what you think of it too. So that's all that came in time for us to take a look at today, but you can agree there is a lot there, but there's also even more on our channel and on our site. So make sure that you're tuning in this weekend to get the most out of the Spring Showcase. And even if not though, take a look over our YouTube channel, see the amazing things that we've been sent in. We've got more trailers, we've got how to plays, we've got playthroughs, we've got interviews, we've got some things that are just there for the fun. Make sure that you have a look through. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Let us know your favourite things. Let us know with this who you've been most excited about to see, what you're most looking forward to, and if there are any surprises in there. Which ones did you not expect to like as much as you did, or which ones are you going to be checking out now after. Make sure you join in the conversation on social media, both with us and those people that you're excited about, because what designers don't like to hear a little bit of encouragement. Make sure you let them know. I've been Charlie, this has been Tabletop Gaming. You can check us out at tabletopgaming.co.uk. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend.